Hey everyone, and welcome to Boston Autoblog. The trend in the automotive industry right now is to have a crossover that's sporty but also luxurious. And I think I have found the ultimate crossover for both luxury and a sports car-like feel. And I am in the all-new 2019 Audi Q8. Huge thank you to Firdt Chambers Audi of Burlington in Burlington, Massachusetts for allowing me to do this review. The link will be in the description below, so you can check out their extensive Audi inventory. I feel as though I'm sitting in a fighter jet, just the amount of technology that's in here. The center console is unbelievable. I've only seen one other console like this, which was in the Range Rover Velar. But this is an absolutely amazing crossover that I cannot wait to get more in depth on in this review. And so, without wasting any further time, let's get right into it. It goes without saying that there's a crossover for almost anyone. Whether it's for off-road capability, luxury, or having a sports car-like driving experience, while also having the practicality of being a year-round daily driver that provides more cargo room than a sedan, all-wheel drive, and for some, the ability to fit 6 additional passengers. In a segment of SUVs where the BMW X6 and Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe bring the styling of a sports car with a fastback design and sloping roofline, Audi decided to honor their company's heritage by going with a rear end that is inspired by the 1985 Audi Quattro, setting the Q8 apart from its closest rivals. I'd even go as far to say that it's refreshing to see a brand not get pressured into designing a crossover that looks like its competition, and instead is pushing the envelope and offering an alternative to consumers who are looking for a vehicle that looks sleek and sporty, but doesn't share design cues that at this point is becoming common in the automotive industry. The Q8 I'm taking a look at today is the Prestige, which starts just over $76,000. This particular model is priced at $86,500 and is equipped with the Prestige package, which is going to add features for both the exterior and interior, which we'll get into once we step inside. What sets this Q8 apart from the Premium and Premium Plus is the Matrix design LED headlights with LED taillights and animation. This is going to be found on other 2019 Audi models, which is ushering in a futuristic and premium luxury feel as we inch closer to a new decade. Found on other trims is the 21-inch 5-spoke W design wheels, and as an option, you can get red brake calipers for an additional $400. You can also option for 22-inch wheels as part of the Year 1 package, which also provides the black optic exterior kit and S-line front and rear bumpers. For performance, the Q8 has a 3-liter V6 engine that gets 335 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is the only engine currently available, but an SQ8 and even an RSQ8 are on the horizon, which will then take on the BMW X6M and Mercedes-Benz GLE 63. Quattro all-wheel drive does come standard, and for a 0 to 60 time, you can expect somewhere around 5.6 seconds. I can make a 30-minute video on the interior alone based on the center console, but I want to highlight some amazing features on the Audi Q8. So you know how that almost every car nowadays is equipped with a 360-degree overview camera or a 180-degree front camera and also obviously a backup camera? Well, Audi has gone one step further, and this time it's the 3D camera on this Audi Q8. It is the coolest feature I have ever experienced for myself. I've seen this on, I think it was the BMW X5, and I think the X7 will have this, but it's with the point of a finger, you can go around the Q8 and check out how close you are to any object, including the Porsches that I'm surrounded by. What I do like too is that say you are in the middle of parking and you can't use your finger and you'd rather have both hands on the steering wheel. Well, there's 3 different angles you can choose from your left side to behind the Q8 and to the right side, which is pretty cool and really convenient, especially if you're trying to back up into a tight spot. This is unbelievable technology. This is next generation stuff, and I think this is one of the coolest features I have ever seen in a vehicle. Continuing on with the rest of the interior, I want to start off by saying that an in-depth look at the infotainment system and center console that we found on new Audi models will be posted in the future. This has been a significant change from 2018, and the new interior deserves its own dedicated video. Stepping inside, you're greeted by heated and ventilated Valcona leather seats for both the driver and passenger as part of the optional $5,000 luxury package. This will include an Alcantara headliner and leather trim for the center console and door armrests. In front of you is the 12.3-inch digital information display, also known as Audi's virtual cockpit. As of right now, this system is unrivaled, with high-quality visuals, including the navigation system, which can be your full display, or if you'd prefer seeing your speedometer and rev limiter in more detail, you can shrink the map to the center of the instrument panel for a more traditional look. Using the buttons mounted on the heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, you can scroll through a variety of information. Audi's virtual cockpit is certainly one of the most extensive digital information systems on the market today. Moving over to the center console, the primary touchscreen is where all your information, settings, and navigation system will be. Unlike most touchscreens that are essentially iPads, the infotainment system in the Audi Q8 is slightly different. It functions like a screen on your smartphone when swiping left or right, but there are buttons that give a 3-dimensional feel when going through information and selecting menus. That can also be set for the secondary screen, where all your climate control settings will be. From the bottom screen, you can also select your driving mode that will then pop up on your primary screen. As mentioned before, the Q8 gets a 3D camera along with a 360-degree top view, 180-degree front view, and rear backup cameras that both come with trajectory. On the Premium Plus and Prestige trims, a 3D Bang & Olufsen surround sound system comes standard, which is going to make music sound fantastic when you're on the road. What stands out about the center console as a whole is its premium feel. Yes, the Q8 Prestige is almost a $100,000 crossover, so that sense of high quality is to be expected. But when you compare it with others in its class, Audi is on a completely different level. Next to the gearshift lever are 2 cup holders and a 12-volt outlet. And for the center storage compartment, you'll find a wireless phone charging pad and room for small items. For passengers in the back, not only are they going to be comfortable with plenty of legroom, but they too get dual zone climate control and heated seats. Folding down from the center is a leather padded armrest and 2 cup holders. Moving to the back, you'll get a power liftgate, and inside you'll find 26 cubic feet of cargo room with the seats folded up, which isn't terrible, as there's a number of car magazines that highlight the fact that the Q8 isn't as practical as a Q7 or other crossovers. But that's not its intended purpose. Now, in every overview and review of this crossover, at least from Car and Driver and other magazines, it always starts with the negatives. That it's not as practical as the Q7, you get less cargo space, but it's sporty. But that's the whole point. If you look at where the consumers are right now in this segment, there is a growing demand for crossovers that bring a sports car-like feel and driving experience while also being luxurious. Now, I don't think I'm out of line when I'm saying that this isn't the 1990s anymore. People don't drive crossovers to New Hampshire and Vermont to go off-road, especially if you're driving an Audi, and I don't even think people in Range Rovers do this. So, you know, and in today's economy, this Q8 is going to be driving around suburbs and inside cities. This is meant to get looks. This is meant to be a fun crossover to drive around on a daily basis. This is to really brighten up daily commutes to work. This is to make weekends much more enjoyable when you're going to the grocery store or whatever. This is supposed to be a fun crossover, and that's what's going on in the automotive industry. One of the reasons why I think this crossover is going to do really well and outperform its competitors is because it looks like a Lamborghini Urus. It's built on the same platform as the Urus. It's also built on the same platform as the Bentley Bentayga, but it's significantly cheaper than those two crossovers. So the Prestige starts at $76,500, which I think a lot of people are going to like that price range, especially where if you are the type of person who's dreaming of owning a Urus, the Q8 is kind of like your attainable sporty crossover. Overall, I think this is one of the greatest looking crossovers on the market right now, especially in the segment that it's in. When you compare it to the BMW X6 and the Mercedes-Benz GLE Coupe, there is no comparison. This thing is miles ahead. You know, I also like that it's very futuristic. It looks like a concept car, but it's an actual production crossover. So I think for me personally, if I had to go with a crossover in this price range, this would be it. Just from the standpoint that, you know, you're going to get a lot of looks. Your passengers are going to be very comfortable. You're going to get a lot of positive feedback when you're driving on the road or when people come up to you. This is going to get a lot of attention, and just from the standpoint that you have all this technology to play around with and with the cameras, it's just going to be a vehicle that, I mean, for me, I don't even want to leave this car. It's going to be sad when I have to drive home after this, because this is a really, really cool crossover, and I can't wait to see what Audi has in store in the future, because I know that this center console is going to be in the A8, and I'm pretty sure the new A7 that I had seen in New York. So this is pretty cool stuff that Audi's gone with. I've always liked Audi interiors, and this has just gone one step further. And I can't believe that I am sitting in a crossover at $76,000 price range, and it looks like this. That's unbelievable. Once again, I'd like to thank Herb Chambers Audi of Burlington for letting me check out the Audi Q8. I'd also like to thank Scott, who is a sales rep at Audi of Burlington, for helping me set up this review. His contact information will be in the description below, so if you're interested in buying a new or used Audi, definitely contact him. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time.